Okay, we've got a guest speaker today, and Randy Mostello is going to introduce him because he knows him well. But he was on this prayer list a long time. We want to welcome him. I'll let Randy introduce him.
I had the great privilege to go to my good friend Bill Naker's funeral this past week, and I got to tell you, I saw him about 3 weeks ago, and watching the attitude that Bill has had for the last 4 or 5 years has really been something to see. You know, ALS is a disease, as you know, that there's really no cure for. But I tell you, in saying that, I'll say about my best friend since 5th grade, Dr. Harbin, who's battling cancer, and praise God, he's cancer-free now. But we went to see him pretty early on when we found out what he had and the battle that he had, and I just got to tell you, his attitude has been just something that he's encouraged me every time I go see him. And his words to me were basically, I'm a winner either way. I either get to see my grandkids grow up, or I get to see Jesus. And I think you'll be encouraged today and hear a good word from Dr. Harbin.
Thank you. I didn't know there was such a auspicious or notorious gathering of men here on a daily basis. I had no idea this place, this sort of event happened until Randy asked me to speak. And he said I could talk about anything I wanted to. My first thought was the Georgia-Tennessee game. I don't think y'all really want to rehash that. My next, I just want to hear that you did support me with prayers for a while, and I really want to tell you I appreciate it. Thank you. It has, it's been a long journey. It was, I was out of work 22 months. I am easing back into work now. I was surprised to find that I'd been working 75 hours a week and just had a lump. Had it checked, probably nothing. Went back and said, you know, this is getting bigger. Yes, they biopsied, and I surprisingly found out that after the scans I had a stage 4 lymphoma, and then when the test came in, I had a lot of genetic abnormalities and increased the risk. Long story short, chemotherapy wasn't that bad, really. This piece of cake. I never had nausea once. God's blessed me with just a good constitution. I've never had motion sickness. At the end, though, we had some other abnormalities where I had to go through a stem cell transplant. And that wasn't that bad. But then I went into respiratory failure in December. That's pretty bad. There is nothing like air hunger. And I had aspergillus pneumonia. That's a kind of fungus. 90% of the people who get it never walk out of the hospital. They die there. So I certainly am blessed. And during this journey, I kept myself busy watching westerns, college football, and reading the Bible. I went through Psalms 2.5 times. But I can tell you that Psalm 103 had a special meaning for me. I probably read that 20 days out of the month, in addition to whatever else I was reading. And I'm glad I did it when I got to meet the fungal pneumonia. After just 2 weeks in the hospital, I went home on oxygen, on 3 liters of oxygen, 20 pounds lighter, and too weak to walk from the car to get me to the house. Had to be on oxygen continuously. My children came in after Christmas, and that was a blessing. For some reason, where we live, I live next to Randy, our power goes out a lot. And sure enough, about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, the power went off. The oxygen machine starts beeping, lets out its long warning up. So actually I wake up, but I didn't realize all the other children in the house all converged in the dark. Everybody was running in and that was embarrassing. You get tired of being the center of attention. But after we hooked up an oxygen tank, and I told everybody, y'all just go to bed. I'm just going to be here on the recliner. I got to thinking. Many times it had come out to me, at that time particularly, how utterly helpless all of us are. We cannot cause our heart to beat one more time. We can't force our brain to make us take a breath. And I realized I was sitting there, the only reason I was still alive was because I had an oxygen tank there. And I thought back to Psalms. And, it's a beautiful, Psalm 103 is beautiful, and it's very poetic. A lot of people talk about different parts of it. But the part that jumped out at me was, as for man, his days are like grass. As a flower of the field, he flourishes. When the wind passes over it, it is no more. Its place acknowledges it no more. But the loving kindness of God is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children, those who keep his commandments. And that really drives home how short our lives are. Every one of us, we're a heartbeat away from death. We're a heartbeat from eternity. And the thing to focus on is God. That he loves us as a child, adopted into his family with an everlasting love, from everlasting to everlasting. And it's his righteousness that's promised to us, not ours, because we have no righteousness. Thank you.